everyone, and welcome. Have you ever wondered why a massive cruise ship can float on the ocean while a small free will instantly sink to the bottom? It seems like magic, right? Well, today, we're going to unravel this mystery by exploring two super cool science concepts, density and buoyancy. Let's start with density. Imagine you have these two objects. The pillow, it's much bigger than the rock. But if you left them, you'll notice the rock feel much heavier. Why is that? It's because the rock has more stuff packed into a smaller space. That packedness is what we call density. Think of it like this. Density tells us how much mass is squeezed into a certain volume. We can even calculate density using this simple formula. Density equals mass divided by or over volume. So, even though the pillow is big, its mass is spread out, making it less dense than the rock, where a lot of mass is crammed into a tiny space. Now, let's talk about what happens when we put object in liquids or even gases. Have you ever tried to push a beach ball underwater? It's surprisingly hard. That upward push you feel is called buoyancy. Buoyancy is an upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of an object submerged in it. It happens because the pressure at the bottom of the object is greater than the pressure at the top. Here's the exciting part. Density and buoyancy are best friends. Whether an object floats or sinks depends on its density compared to the density of the fluid it's in. And this is where density plays its crucial role in buoyancy. The amount of buoyant force an object experiences is directly related to the weight of the fluid it displaces. This is famously known as Archimedes' principle. Think about it. When you put an object in water, it pushes some of that water out of the way. It displaces it. The denser an object is, the more weight it has for its given size. If its weight is greater than the weight of the water, it can displace when fully submerged. Then, the buoyant force, which equals to the weight of that displaced water, won't be enough to hold it up and it will sink. But if an object is less dense than the fluid, it means that even a small part of its volume can displace enough water to create a buoyant force equal to its own weight. It only needs to sink until the weight of the water it has pushed matches its own weight. At that point, the buoyant force perfectly balances its weights and it floats. Conversely, if an object is more dense than the fluid, like this metal block, it weighs more than the maximum amount of water it can displace when fully submerged. So the buoyant force, which, remembers, equals the weight of that displaced water, is simply not strong enough to overcome its weight, and it sinks. And if an object has the same density as the fluid, it displaces a weight of fluid exactly equal to its own weight when fully submerged. The buoyant force perfectly balances its weight, and it will remain suspended in the middle, neither sinking nor floating. Think about massive ships. Steel is much denser than water. So why don't they just plummet to the bottom? It's because of their shape. Ships are designed to have a large hollow space filled with air. This significantly increases their overall volume while keeping their mass relatively the same. This makes the average density of the entire ship less than the density of water, allowing it to float and carry huge loads. If the hull gets damaged and water rushes in, the overall density increases and the ship can sink. We see the same principle at work with hot air balloons. The air inside the balloon is heated, making it less dense than the cooler air outside. Just like a less dense object in water, this less dense hot air experiences an upward buoyant force from the denser surrounding air, causing the balloon to rise. When the air inside cools down, it becomes denser and the balloon descends. Want to see density in action yourself? Try this simple experiment at home. Gather a few small objects and a glass of water. Predict which one you think will float and which will sink. And then, test your predictions. Think about the density of that object compared to water. So, the next time you see a boat sailing smoothly on the water or a balloon drifting through the sky, remember the amazing science of density and buoyancy at play. It's all about how much stuff is packed into a space and how that compares the fluid around it. Keep exploring the world around you and you'll find science in everything.